War. War never changes, but people do. My name is Azra. 200 years ago, the world ended. My wife is dead. My son is missing. And every day, the Commonwealth gives me another reason to stop looking. But I'm still here, still breathing, still fighting, and somehow still lucky enough to live. I don't really know what I expected when those vault doors opened. Maybe maybe a part of me thought things would still be here somehow. People, noise, life. But the world I knew was gone. 200 years gone. I tried cleaning up the house a little before leaving, but I couldn't bring myself to scrap the couch though. That was the last place Nora and I sat together. Before the vault, before everything happened. I remember driving past this station all the time before the war. Red Rocket. Thought maybe there'd be supplies inside. Instead, I found a dog. At first I wasn't really sure what to do. The Commonwealth doesn't exactly feel like a place where trust comes easy anymore. But he seemed calm, friendly, and honestly, I think we both looked like we needed somebody. Nora and I used to come up to the hill overlooking Sanctuary all the time before Sean was born. Sometimes after work we'd just sit there and watch the sun go down together. After Sean was born, we brought him there too. Then Voltec showed up. Construction started, and eventually that place got taken away from us too. I got a little hungry not long after leaving the vault. Ended up cooking rad roach meat. It didn't taste good, but I didn't throw up after eating it, so I guess that's a win now. That's survival, I guess. That feeling of finding the dog lasted about 30 seconds before giant mole rats burst out of the ground. The dog could fight, but personally, I still don't know how I was hitting some of those shots. Back before the war, I was a nurse in the army. I treated wounded soldiers and I saw all kinds of things, but I wasn't the one pulling the trigger. But out here, if I hesitate, I die.
Look, man, I've been thinking about this for a long, long time. I know what I'm talking about here.
Bullshit. You can't just put something between two pieces of bread and claim it's a sandwich. Does that mean a loaf of bread is technically a bread sandwich?
Technically, yes, but you wouldn't eat it all at once like that, so it doesn't matter. How you hold it matters.
Talk all you want. You put that piece of my alert meat between two pieces of bread. But it still ain't a sandwich.
Well, what the hell would you call it then?
Disgusting. That's what.
The first man I killed, I still remember it. I didn't want to do it. See, as a nurse, I swore an oath to do no harm. But he was trying to kill me. And I can't find Sean if I'm dead. So I pulled the trigger. And after that, it got easier. Too easy. The Museum of Freedom. Nora and I visited it once before the war, when we were thinking about moving here. I never thought I'd come back like this. Matter of fact, it was this place that I used to convince her to move to Sanctuary, away from her family. I thought, hey, the museum's right next door. We'd be able to go visit it any time we wanted. Show Sean around. Those were some good times. Looking back, I don't really even know how I was landing these shots. I remember back in the army, Sergeant Baxter and the guys of the 88th Infantry, they always used to make fun of me for being soft, because I always refused to carry a gun with me. I'm sure those guys are long gone by now. If they could only see me now.
You hear that? I gotta take a little walk. I'll be back, and you'll be dead. Whoa!
So I ended up meeting some civilians who had been trapped by the raiders. Turns out I showed up just in time. The mission was simple. Retrieve a power core and use it to power up a salvaged power armor suit. Easy, right? Getting inside that power armor felt unreal. I spent years patching soldiers up after battles. I saw what happened to people inside those things, what they could do. I never imagined I'd wear one myself. But when that frame locked around me, I felt powerful, safe, for the first time since leaving the vault. Things were going great. And then the death claw showed up. Huge, fast, angry. The second I saw it, I knew one thing immediately. If that thing gets its hands on me, I'm dead. So I ran. Used cover from the buildings, took shots when I could, and I just kept moving. And yeah, I panicked. Cause Dogmeat got hurt during the fight too. That pissed me off more than I expected. At one point I swear that thing got inside the building with me. What a moment that was. I could have shit my pants, but I didn't. When it hit me, it felt like someone used a hammer on me. Even through the armor, I felt that one. Something in me broke for sure. But I couldn't pay attention to that right now. I had to keep fighting. Eventually, the Deathclaw started retreating. Its movement slowed. I could tell it was weakening. So I pushed forward and kept putting pressure, playing a little game of cat and mouse. There was a lot of running on my end. I was not trying to get hit by that thing again. I didn't know if there was any kind of doctor nearby to heal me, so I had to play it safe. Eventually, when I was sure it was on its last legs, I planned a move, pushed forward, and I finished it before it could reach me. After the fight, the first thing on my mind was to get to Dogmeat. He was the only friend I had, so I had to make sure he was okay. But my god, when that power armor came off, reality hit again. After I administered the stim pack, I felt it. My leg was messed up badly. I could barely walk. So I decided to use the power armor to allow me to be able to move just a little bit better. But yeah, everything hurt, and it hurt bad. But hey, I survived. We survived. And right now, that's enough.